Welcome back to King's Auto Body, guys. We're here to check on the brand new, to me, gated Murcielago that I bought from Damon with Daily Driven Exotics. Now, the last time we were here, unfortunately, I had so many problems. We had a bad camera, we had a bad connection to the mic, everything was super bad. So Luke and I filmed tons of stuff, talked about the car, talked about the plans, talked about every single thing, but it was completely unusable. And if you guys watched the version of our video with Damon, you saw some of that, but there really wasn't the plan on my side to continue the project and see really what I wanted to do. So I thought it'd be a great idea to come back out here, talk to you guys just about what I think is gonna be the right move. I think you guys are gonna be happy with what my plans are because I'm a purist. Look at Nick, I said
when
purist.
You said that, I was so confused.
Almost spit his coffee out. It's gonna have pink interior. It's gonna be crazy. What we have going on is the repair of this part right here, this part right here, and a little bit of the structure that this is right here. This piece, along with all of that, is going to be input here. And that's gonna straighten out the front of this car to back to factory spec. Dave and Damon, they actually bought this piece somewhere overseas or something. And see, it has the VIN number on it. And we did not want to just swap this piece directly on. We wanted to make sure that the factory VIN number stayed there. We've got some fender issues on this side. I have a SV kit that can go on this car. We've got to get the original parts from the GDE headquarters over here. So I just kind of wanted to put the rear of the car for sure back to stock. It doesn't really make sense to put on the massive wing and all that other stuff when I don't have to purchase it. We've already got the factory parts. I could probably fix this fender pretty easy, but do we want a repaired fender? It's such a complicated choice for me because I really know that this fender 100% is getting replaced, right? I don't want that big of a repair. That big of a repair is way too much. I don't really have experience fixing carbon, so I could be completely wrong, but my experience fixing cars is when we modify the factory body panels. Over time, the imperfections start to show. This fender is about $4,000, okay? That's a massive amount of work. Like when I say massive, I mean massive. The entire fender is glued all the way around here. So you've got to remove this, and then all of this around here has just it's bonded glue. The window has to come out, all of this has to come out. So it is a ginormous undertaking to replace a fender. So on this side over here, it's tough because you're like, well, that's just such a small little crack. So do we need to really go through that extensive repair on this side? I do want the car to be perfect, and we're spending a lot of time and effort to make sure the car is perfect and to make sure the car actually does look 100% just like the day it came out of the factory. So it's like, because I know that can be fixed without, you know, holes and all that stuff. It's just a crack. Down here, we don't have any issues. Mike and Damon and Dave did a good repair on the suspension down there. And it's got the exhaust with the primary and secondary bypasses. So that's really good. So we don't have to modify anything. It's already gonna spit flames. I don't know. I feel like we're just so close to being able to drive this car. Now the side skirts he has, and one is cracked, but one is good. So we're just gonna have to get those two pieces there, and it's gonna get just put back together quickly. What you've got going on so far looks pretty intense, and we've got a lot of cutting, a lot of stuff already happening. Show me what we're doing.
You remember last time when I told you we already fixed the front frame?
Yes. So I'm not gonna drive down the street like this.
Absolutely not. That's what our job to do. So now all those pieces of metal, so it's all like pinned. So we cut this one from the frame. We saved it from this one, we cut it. And then now we're gonna go bring it all the way in the front right here.
So now we're gonna be able to mount. Oh yeah, so you're taking it back actually pretty far.
Exactly.
Right? So you got this whole crush or that crash structure and everything there.
Exactly.
That's actually a pretty easy thing. Now, it makes more sense to do this because you've already done the work to straighten this piece in here.
Absolutely.
And obviously we have a completely straight piece here.
Straight piece,
So,
and then also you have all those tap bracket for the headlights. So you want everything to be exactly the same. So it's a lot easier to cut it exactly without chopping from here. And
we're only welding in where it's actually welded from the factory, which is pretty straight.
I think it's the easiest way to do it, and then I think it's the right way to do it, which is to just get the front clip complete with the bracket from the side to weld it all together. We're gonna primer it first, just in case, to prevent it from rust. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird that all Murcies, they have this, I don't know what kind of metal
It's a
that
tubing,
they use.
metal tubing.
It's metal tubing, but it's,
Yeah.
it sucks because
like the way
all
how-
Murcies rust.
The way how they build those ones, they put them in the jig,
Yeah.
and then they use all those tubing, and then they weld them together.
It looks a lot worse than it really was. I'm really genuinely surprised that Damon didn't want to just fix his car and move on. Like legitimately surprised. When you looked at it from the first position, right, where it just had happened, it looked destroyed. But now, I mean, after you straighten the frame out, it looks like, oh, just cut that piece off, put that piece there, replace that fender and that fender, and we're back on the road, you know? Yeah. I mean, inside the car is just clean. I mean, it's got carbon everywhere, you know? It's a really well-appointed interior. We've got the diamond stitch. Before we leave, I really just want to just turn it on. It doesn't make any sense not to hear this V12 just screaming. So here is a very long-awaited cold start. Aren't you excited about these cars?
I don't even know what kind of car this is.
I honestly don't. I don't disagree with your knowledge on cars. But Nick, how you've never even been in a Murci, right?
No.
So the orange one that sits in my showroom is just kind of like off limits car. No one's allowed to look at it, touch it, or anything. It's because it needs a clutch, and we refuse to take the engine out and do the clutch. But are you like impressed?
No, I am. After I heard it, I'm a lot more impressed.
Just sitting in there, like push the clutch pedal.
Stuck.
Does that feel good?
It does.
This is the new rally car?
New rally car.
Hell yeah. Honestly, like I know it looks like this is like crazy right now, but it's really not. Honestly, like it's body shops like, dude, you go outside here, you can see this car. This car will look like a brand new car in 15 minutes over here. You know what I mean? It's like they could fix things so quick. This is a very simple project because it doesn't have anything other than just cut, weld, and then repair. The rear fenders and all that other stuff, we're gonna have to source those. I have to put the order in very soon. I came out here because I needed to look at it, and ordering these parts is like, once you commit, you're done. You gotta commit. It takes like 3 weeks to ship them. So I wanted to just double check that this is the pieces that I need. I really wanted to go to the DDE headquarters, but Damon's out of town and Dave just left back to Canada this morning. So it didn't work out because I wanted to unbox the factory pieces. So we'll probably swing out to California next week when they come back into town. We'll pick up all the factory pieces. We'll head back to Vegas with the car, and then we are gonna take apart the side panels ourselves. I'll have Andy do that because that's really tedious work, and that's something that Andy's really good at. And I don't wanna bother IAD and all the stuff they got going on right now because they have a lot of other customers to deal with, not just some glue on a fender that I could do or Andy could do himself. So we do need to source a headlight. See, that's another piece that I really forgot to get. You know how much these headlights are? This, $15,000 for a headlight. It's because they're made of real glass. I mean, I don't know if that makes them more expensive or not, but it's crazy. So I'm so excited to have another gated Murci again. And I do have another one. I have another Murci, and a lot of you guys in the comments section know what Murci that one is. I haven't really told anybody about it yet because there was some paperwork involved and some stuff that had to go down before we really put that car on the channel and start deciding or announcing the plan with that car. So that car will be announced within a week. So you guys need to subscribe to the channel and really pay attention because these videos are gonna be coming fast. We're gonna be talking about all the projects. We're gonna be doing projects. We're gonna be getting these things done really quick. So right now, I'm actually headed to San Juan Capistrano to pick up or actually look at my project that I've had for 3 years. I've literally never told you guys about. So if you want to know what that car is, I'm going to release that in the next video. So look out for that one.